Hello. It is, we're going to be live streaming about adding an MCP endpoint to can'tseedots.com for fun and for like practical purposes, maybe. So can'tseedots.com is where I have a lot of my content, and I want to expose it to an AI assistant so that people can kind of search through it and stuff. It's not quite the same as RAG with embeddings and stuff. The MCP is basically just an API into my content, but I think that we can get like pretty close to what RAG can do, and then I don't have to worry about making embeddings, which would be nice. So the one thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is having so many open connections to my API. So I think what I might end up doing is I'll add it to my site, and then we'll deploy it and see how that goes. And then because the problem is every single client that connects to or everybody who makes an MCP client for my site is going to have an open request to it. At least right now with server sent events. Maybe with the streamable API, that won't be a problem as much. So we'll see. But for now, that's the way the SDK works. And that is a problem because I've got a long-running server that has a limited number of connections it can have at any given time. Which is normally not a problem because it just handles the request in 8 milliseconds and then request is done. But with an open connection, we could probably run out of connections, which is part of the reason why I recently posted that I think Cloudflare is the place where we're going to be doing MCP stuff, because you can have as many connections as you want with them. They'll handle it all for you. They're doing some really, really cool stuff. So I think what's likely to happen is I make the MCP server on my site, and then I find out, this isn't going to work very well, and then I move it over to Cloudflare, and then I just open up REST endpoints to my site so that I can access my data and stuff like that. And then we can talk about OAuth and stuff like that too. So my site would need to have, because you have your personal preferences and stuff that you could change, and you could even go through the blog posts that you've read and get recommendations on blog posts that you haven't read yet. That would be kind of interesting. All of this mostly just as a me building something so that I can have experience in building it before I start teaching it to people. And so, I've got a bunch of different ideas of what we can do for that. The OAuth stuff is the trickiest. I have to add OAuth issuer support to my site, which is a whole thing. So we'll see how that pans out, or if it pans out at all. If I end up going that far. Right now, I do have authentication with magic links and passkeys. I think that I could hand roll OAuth 2.1 with some help from our AI assistants. I actually did this yesterday. I just pulled up an Epic Stack app, and I was like, all right, here's the app. I used Google's Gemini because it's got a massive context window. I just took the entire code base and gave it to Gemini and said, make me a step-by-step guide on how to add OAuth 2.1 support for MCPs. And it gave me five phases. And so then I put those in the code base, and I said, all right, Cursor, start with phase 1. And Cursor it did it. It got really far. And then I had to go to a meetup. And there was one problem with a refresh token or something. So anyway, shocking. So I do feel like I could probably hand roll OAuth 2.1 support. It actually wasn't a ton of code, maybe 1,000 lines in various files. So not a little. Anyway, we're going to just do this a step at a time. I think that I could probably release some content on MCPs that does not involve authentication first, and then have another workshop that's all about the authentication piece. Yeah, the biggest tricky part of that is like we're all going to have to learn how to add OAuth support to our apps, which for a lot of us, we're using services for our authentication anyway, and so maybe it's really easy for you, but for the vast majority of the people who I'm interested in teaching, well, honestly, the vast majority of us, we can't just use a third-party service for our authentication for one reason or another. So if you don't already have OAuth 2 support on your site, then you're going to have to add it, and I want to be there to help teach you how to do that. Yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, we're going to just do like public data to start. So coming to this screen, here's the example, and my site is not an Epic Stack site, though the Epic Stack is kind of based on my personal site. And so there are a lot of similarities, but there's quite a lot of differences also. And so I'm going to see if I can use the Epicly CLI to help add the MCP endpoint based on the example. So I'm going to say npx epicly apply. We want to apply an example, and I'm going to look for MCP. Oh, I can't type. Oh, that's too bad. We got to fix that. It's somewhere around here. MCP right there. And now there's a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, you know what? I want to get rid of these 2 commits. Now I can't remember if there was a way to do that, to customize that. Okay, let's look at our help. Yeah, base SHA, the first commit. Yeah, okay, so we're going to say yeah, our upstream repo is going to be this guy. And then our base SHA is going to be this guy. And actually, I don't want the documentation updates either. So our head SHA is that guy. Yeah. And now we can see, no, that didn't, no commits found in the repository. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. What if we just do the base SHA? Huh. Maybe I need the full SHA. Okay. Of course, these would be things that I would want to have fixed generally. And I just realized I don't have my beats going. There we go. There we go. Whoa, that's a bit quiet. Let's go there. Okay. Maybe that's a little bit loud. Sorry. Just figuring out volumes here. Okay, so if I say right here, copy that guy. Try that. Huh. Well, that's annoying. No commits found in repository. Is that file still around? Yeah. Is this same F256 or 46, whatever? Yeah, okay, it's the same every time. So if I were to edit this, it actually should just work. Get commit range, get log. Okay, so here I can go. It's right there. Okay, let's just add some more logging to this. Log base SHA head SHA. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Oh. Handle new users found case. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I had that. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to this. Let's run this again. So the log is all that, and the base headshot is undefined, and first commit is undefined. Okay. So, does that mean then, where's my, oh, I know why. Let's put this as the head. If I do the whole thing, does that make it work? No. Okay, so we're just missing the first commit for some reason. Okay. Depth. No, yeah. I just want to see what the all thing shows. Oh, I think I know what might be going on here. So, hold on. Let's go into here. There we go. So I said my base SHA is 9D yada yada yada. That's this one. And then here in the code we say, all right, take from the base SHA, and then we're going to look for the commit. But what this seems to suggest is that when you do that, it doesn't include the base SHA. All right, let's see what we can do with this. It looks like when we say get log from the base SHA, that base SHA is not found in the log output. How can we fix this? Yeah, that's kind of what I want. I want base SHA. I want to log everything from the base SHA with the base SHA included. There we go. Yes, that's what I want. Yep, that's kind of what I thought. All right, good. So now I think this will work. Boom, baby. Now we're talking. Okay, so let's go to Epically. And we'll do the same thing over there for realsies. Commit. Here we go. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, so that way we don't get more commits than we need either. Yeah. I think what we want actually is the caret here. Is that right? Okay, I've got to do these logs myself. So get log from this guy to this guy. Okay. Fix my last command. There we go. All right. So, I want the first commit and the last commit to be included in the log. There we go. Yeah, okay. So actually the last commit will be included in the log anyway. Yeah, okay, so let's undo these changes. Base SHA, head SHA. Update this to do what the comment says. Should have just talked to the computer. Oh, Jacob, hi. I just noticed your chat. I'm gonna see if we can avoid needing the full SHA. Handle the case where the base SHA or the head SHA are undefined. Okay, let's try that, I suppose. And since I've got this over here with an actual use case already happening, no, I don't. Then, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, we'll do that. And let's log the log. I wonder what request this is. What the heck? What are we doing here? Okay, so this included yeah, so my 9D, yada, 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 it's right there. And then we end with DD, which is that one. Okay, good. And then it results in exactly what I want it to be. Very awesome. And then we can actually just go first commit and last commit from the log. So we can say, oh, actually, hold on. Let's, I wanted to test also, what if I don't have a head SHA? Okay, good. And what if I don't have the base SHA? Okay, that blows up. I was kind of worried about that. But actually, I think I know what we can do now. So we can just use the log, first commit, log last commit. Yep, and now it's all coming from the log. We don't have to do any searching for that. Yep. So with the head SHA, it should work. Nope. All right. Definitely expected it to work. So log. I might be misspelling something. Latest. Okay, so, This is definitely not what I expected to happen. From base SHA, and it could be undefined. So let's just make sure that we know what's going on. 2, reverse. It's interesting. Okay, so let's look at if we do the git log. Git log 2. Oh, huh. Bruce, do some research before pushing this live. MCP can open new security holes. Bruce, I have done the research. I know what you're talking about. Yes, MCPs are, there are some security issues with them. There are a lot of security issues with a lot of things that we do. And like, for example, when you installed Homebrew on your machine, you probably had it pipe into a bash script. Most people do. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things that we do that are not totally secure. And that's not just cope for, well, MCPs are insecure, and so let's just be okay with that. But there's so much potential here that those security problems will be fixed. The spec will be updated to support those security problems, or to fix those. So anyway, I'm really close to actually getting to the point where I want to. Yeah, okay, so if you just git log, interesting. So how is this, I wish that I knew what okay. When there is no head SHA, or actually no base SHA, I'm getting on missing, or yeah, if there's no base SHA, we need to start at the start of the repo history. Let's just see what it does with that. That's what we want. I didn't know that that was a thing, but now I do, and we're good. Will that prevent git log from including all of the commits, or will it go up to the head SHA if it is supplied? That sounds wrong. Okay, we'll fall back to the beginning, I guess. Well, let's just accept it, and we'll bring it over to our little testing ground here and see what happens. This is not something I actually care all that much about. So, well, I do care about it, but if it works, then I'm happy to just let it work. Okay, so we got first parent null from head to, I think like from head, doesn't that mean from where we are right now? So that's like the opposite. I think saying from head means the wrong thing. It means the end of the history, not the beginning. We need the beginning. We basically need the base SHA to default to the beginning. Let's just go with that, I guess. Just want to look at these options that are generated as well. Huh, yeah, it's not including anything but the last one. With what we have right now, all that's being included in the log is the head SHA commit. I want to have this include everything from the beginning of history to the head SHA commit if no base SHA is supplied. I kind of feel like that's not correct. Because I feel like we kind of did that already. I kind of wish that, I guess, honestly, I should just maybe go read simple Git docs and understand how the log script works. There it is. Okay. So hold on then. Our objective in getting the log is just to find out what the first commit and last commit were. Oh no, but we want the hash date and message, so we do need to have them in the log. But I think it's wasteful to have, no, it's fine. Okay, what am I doing? Yeah, so we don't need to default to head here. If a base SHA is supplied, then do from. Otherwise, the from should be the first commit. So we can rewrite this a little bit nicer. Yes, just like that. Thank you. Yeah, I think that'll do it. And that is nice and simple logic too. This will work. No, it changed. It's different. That's good. So we have latest. I thought I saw, I must have done something else. So yeah, we have a latest. Is this not type safe? Hold on a sec. Oh, you know what? I didn't do anything with that. So let's do log dot all 0, and then this is latest. Is that not the same? Like latest and the last one should be the same commit, right? Oh, latest commit, that could be, why is this the latest? This was like the oldest commit. So no, we're not going to be on latest. It'll be all at -1. Let's just make that consistent. There we go. That should do it. I'm pretty confident now that that this is going to work now. So head SHA, if the head SHA is supplied, then we get the ones we want. But in my case, I also want this and now we don't need the full commits anymore. So it's base SHA is that. And then we want to go to here. Yoink. Sweet. And then if I don't have a head SHA, then we get our README. Sweet. Whoops. And then if we don't have anything, then we'll get all of the commits. Except the initial one, the init commit, which we don't want to include ever. That's working perfectly. Woohoo! So let's come in here, and we'll let AI do it. Boom. Burn them GPUs, burn! Just kidding. I mean, kind of. What are you trying to build with MCP servers? Alan, rewind to the beginning. I explained it all at the very start. And then you can fast forward to this point, because we haven't actually done any MCP stuff quite yet. It's just going through fixing up my CLI that's going to do some stuff for me. Actually, epically, this should be a really fast release. There's not a lot of tests going on here, so it should release here in just a second. Yep, we have one test that skipped. Yeah. Time checks though, so that's good. Just waiting for it. There it is, 1.3.2. So now if I do this at latest, nope. Come on, try it again. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, cool. And that includes all the stuff that I totally forgot I don't want. So we're gonna say base SHA is this guy, and head SHA is this guy. So I want everything included, inclusive. There we go. So adding the MCP server, handling no users, and then improving the MCP. And yeah, we're gonna modify these, which I'm not sure why it's saying we're gonna modify them, because we're actually just adding these files. These files don't exist already. Right? Yeah, there's no MCP route here, so okay, that's a bug, but okay. That is interesting. Definitely kind of surprised by that a little bit. Also noticed there's no package.json update there, but yeah, more bugs to be fixed. More bugs to be fixed in that. But this should get us in a pretty good place. Honestly, this would have been a lot faster if I just copy pasted the MCP directory from my example into here, but I also want to make that epically CLI thing work better. So here we go. Okay, just looking at some stuff. Yes, create that directory, thank you. Fetch transport. Here in routes. MCP. There we go. Accepted. Let's see if it's going to say, oh, we need to install that. Yeah, it looks like it's not going to say that, so we'll just do that ourselves. Okay. Accept this guy. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, ha! Yeah, that's kind of cool. Somehow it knew that I don't have the right file for that query, so it just updated the query. Ha! That's neat. It's interesting that it's deleting them one at a time when that's not what I wanted it to do. It's interesting also that this patch isn't just like adding everything. So I think I may have made a mistake in the way that I did that. Yeah, I need to think about that a little bit more, but it's fine. Okay, cool. So let's do, yeah, sure, remove that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very good. Then we're gonna run the, oh, hold on a second. React router. Oh, snap. I just realized I'm still on Remix in this app. Well, that's fine. Loader arg, function args, here we go. No, we don't have invariant response. Oh, man. We got like some old stuff going on in here. Did that not get installed? No, it definitely did. Huh, this is interesting. Okay, we're just, that was fun and all, but let's just get to business. MCP, epic MCP, we'll just go over here to our transport, copy this whole thing and stick it in here. Eventually, my hope is that this will get built into the SDK. I've got an issue open for that. I don't think anybody has said anything about it yet. We got a thumbs up, so that's nice. But yeah, so anyway, now that server is what we want it to be. Prisma, I think actually we call it DB. No, is it Prisma? Yeah, here we go. And we're actually, you know what, the server tool is find content. I've got a search endpoint. Yeah, here it is. Here it is, search KCD. Where are you? Yeah. Content equals, yeah, exactly that. Thank you. So here's the trick is I don't think we have a request object in here. All right, Jacob, the agent sometimes adds a few patches and then deletes them one by one afterward, but I haven't noticed issues with that behavior. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want it to delete in bulk, that's for sure. I want it to delete them as they go, so we just need to improve the prompt a little bit, I guess. Okay, search for content on kentcdodds.com. Okay, why is this complaining? Oh, because we don't, yeah, interesting. Probably because yeah, those imports are all messed up. Huh. It's interesting. Why is... right, I'm using that in the type there. Okay, well, I kind of want to keep that, I think. Okay. Sweet, so we can get rid of that. I don't know why this is complaining. Man, why did it change so much? Goodness. Probably my fault. Okay, can'tseeodds.com. Oh, right, we're search results. There we go. That's better. Okay, so then the request. What do we do with the request? So I use the request for caching related things and whatnot. We're going to just new up a request. Hold on, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get the request in here, but maybe we do. Let's look at the tool definition, tool callback. What is this extra signal? Oh. Interesting. So you can return a function that receives the signal and whatnot, and then returns the call tool stuff. Oh no, there is extra. Okay, yeah. So that extra has the signal. Huh, that's fun. And the session ID. I could see how that could be pretty useful. But not for what I'm doing right now. Yeah, this will only be this stuff I've got. Okay, cool. So what that means is, yeah, we're just gonna make a new request. To make this better somehow. I wonder if I could just make a server at request time. Yeah, hold on, where's server? Where are you being used? Yeah, man, it changed a lot. Jeez. I'm gonna stick this down here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so when we connect, take the server. I'm just trying to figure out if maybe there's a way I can dynamically create the tool so that it has a request that I can use. But we create or we connect the server to the transport in the loader, and then the request actually comes in the action. I could accept the request here. And I could say const requests new map with a transport and request. I guess it would be a transport, yeah, whatever, that thing. And so then when you get the transport, we actually set that. And then in here, I don't have access to the transport, so that wouldn't do me any good. But session ID, but then the session ID goes across multiple requests, and so that doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna leave this for some future thing. Request isn't not actually all that useful or necessary here. Get the request from the transport, or somehow. Okay, sweet. So then we got our search results. And actually, let's go to query this guy. See, part of the reason why I want the actual request is so that I can tack on this part. So if I'm running locally, I want it to be a local host thing. If I'm running in staging, I want it to be in the staging environment. But if I'm running production, I want it to be the production URL. And I'm not sure how to do that. I have to have the same transport here that they connected to here, as far as the SDK is concerned. So maybe maybe my transport. Yeah, okay. Here's what we're gonna do: request, and then we'll get rid of the session ID stuff. We'll do that logic in here. So word, we're gonna take Actually, you know what? I don't care as much about the request as I do the host. That's all I care about. And actually, the host is going to be required, so we'll put this first. Okay, so now the transport has the host, and so then my handle post message oh wait, here we get a request, yeah, on handle post message. What does MCP do with your website? Go rewind to the very beginning of the video. I explained all of that in greater detail than I would want to right now, so it'll be better for you. Okay, handle message, and that logic is inside the transport. So, oh wait, no, here it is. It's right here. On message. All right, I've got to learn a little bit more about this SDK. So first of all, I think we're okay to not pass the request. Well, hold on. Yeah, we are gonna pass the request here because it's gonna. Oh man, let's back it up. Let's back it up. Yeah, we're not gonna put the host in there. Okay. That was close, but not quite. Good grief. Just restore everything to its former glory. Almost. Dang it. Not quite, because we're on an old version. Duh! That's all I want there, and this is all I want here. Okay. Okay, so we're back to where we were before. Let's start with this. We'll improve this here in a second. I've got some ideas, but let's just get this working. So search results. And this would be result or request dot host or yeah, get domain URL for the request. There we go. Yeah, we'll just go with that. In that case, actually, we can just do and we're complaining here because yeah, fine. Okay. Good. Let's just get see this working, and then we can work on the request thing. I've got some ideas maybe. So run the dev server. Then we're gonna run npx model context protocol inspector. And yes. And it's got the proxy server. I'm actually not sure what the proxy server is for. And we want localhost 3000 / MCP. Connect. Haha. List tools. Find content. Testing. Run tool. Could not determine domain URL. Well, that is surprising actually, but what it's coming from X. Sure, we'll go with that. All right, try it again. No? Huh. Also, unexpected. What? Oh, I didn't provide a query. That is needed. Testing. Run tool. Nothing? 404. Alright, let's disconnect. Oh, it timed out. Oh, that's interesting. Testing. Run tool. No feedback. Okay, now we're talking. Sweet, it worked. Okay. So now, oh, here we go. That's what's going on. I have not run my site locally for a long time, so it's got to update the cache for like everything. So that's what's going on. Okay, that is neat. So let's just see if I can get this running with cursor really quick. MCP, here we go. Add. We're gonna do can'tseedance.com, and this is gonna be MCP remote. I actually forgot how this works. MCP remote. It's something like this. Here. Fix that. There we go. And we'll call this can'tseedance.com. Save that. There we go. It's pending, I guess, or something. I don't know why this is so finicky. Here, start over. Disabled. All right, run the server. And now enable. Should be seeing logs for requests. They are not coming in. Try it again. Enable. Refresh. Huh. I gotta be right back. Somebody's at the door. See you in just a sec. Break time. Where's break time? Where the heck is? Okay, there it is. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hello, sorry. I see that it went green right before I went on break, and now it's not green anymore. So, yeah, man, the light outside is very, very bright. There we go. That's better. Client closed. I do not know why. Refresh. Okay, cool. Find content. So now if I say make me a new one of these. What content does kentcdots.com have for remix? Boom, we're getting those. There are some GET requests. I wasn't expecting more GET requests. Were those post requests new? Run tool, there we go. Boom, look at that. Okay. Skip and continue. What is the skip and continue thing all about? Why are we skipping and continuing anything? Oh, it's still generating. Okay. Said it called the tool. Add parameters. I'll tell you what, like probably the biggest source of frustration I have with the clients right now, aside from the security things that need to be addressed, but yeah, the biggest thing is the client not supporting remote sources. Right now, all the clients seem to only support standard I/O, not HTTP, and so that means you have to use the MCP remote thing. And I just feel like, as awesome as that remote thing is, there's probably stuff going on that makes it not work quite right. I'm not sure what's taking so long. Skip and continue. Oh, hey, now it's like, oh, I'll just use Playwright and I'll navigate to it. All right, Playwright's MCP. It's pulled it up over here. Navigate. Oh my gosh. Oh man, who needs to write their own MCP for their app when you can just have a browser go around? I'll tell you why. It's a lot more resource intensive to have the browsers pop up, but man, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know why this didn't work. No, let's go ahead and close the browser. Watch this. Oh wait, I've got to say yes, you can do that. Run tool. Boom, it's gone. That's amazing. Okay. Okay, let's see. Why did this not work? That's the thing. It works just fine over here. Let's go personal. Run tool. Is this working? Is it still connected? Here we got the query and all that. It's right there. Request timeout. Reconnect. Okay, there we go. Run tool. No content found. Really? Kind of expected that there would be, because it should be searching by keywords. No matches. Okay, wait. No, multiple matches, yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's a surprise. No content found was the result there. Yeah, query personal. Reconnect, run the tool. No, try reconnect, connecting, connect, refresh, whatever. Connect, no, something's busted. All right, restart the server. Check console logs. All right, fine. What do we got? What's going on in here? What the heck? Failed to fetch. Yeah, that's super. Yeah, super not healthy actually. So thanks. Ah, okay, yeah, this is not my thing. This is their thing. This guy. Start this guy over again. Connect. Boom. Now list tools. Here's my content. Personal. I really expect to have a result, and I'm very confused that we do not. Huh. Well, that's kind of funny. Not important though, so let's try another query. Let's do React, run tool, there they are. Very cool. Okay, great. So anyway, now I want to figure out how to get access to the request, because if, yeah, actually, you know what I really want is to figure out how to make this actually work. Refresh. That should have caused that get request. Here, let's try it again. Refresh, get request. Boom. Okay. So now, what blog post does Kent have about use effect? Run tool. There we go. Boom. Got a search result. Bam. Let's go. So now the next real test is, does it work when it's deployed to production? That's the next real test. And look, if I click on this, holy smokes. And that actually is really cool, because you'll notice that I just respond with this content. Boom, 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 boom. And then the MCP is like, oh, let me format that in, oh, let's make another search. Effect hook. Oh, try one more variation. What is it? Effects. How interesting. What about state with React? Run tool, boom. Look at that, we got a lot. Several excellent blog posts. Well, thank you. That's quite nice. Okay, yeah, cool. So let's actually, man, I'm just having fun. This is just so interesting. I kind of want to add some more tools, but I really want to figure out this domain thing, because this is not going to work. We gotta fix this. I wonder if I can use async local storage for this. I wonder if I can use async local storage for this. So what if I do import from node storage, or what is it called? I can't remember. Async local hooks. Here we go. Async local storage. And this is, yeah, that's kind of it, but I'm gonna call it request storage, boom. And then, okay, so that's gonna break everything. But then we come over here, we get our request. Oh, hold on, we need to export the request storage. Okay, and then we say, boom. And this is just gonna be our request. Yeah, okay, good. Same dealio here. I actually don't think that first one needs to be run in that context, but we'll do it anyway. Okay, very interesting. Actually, you know what's even a better idea is to not tie this to the MCP server at all. Back this up, back it up, back it back. The request storage should be request server TS. Import async local storage, request storage, boom. And then we'll go to our entry server. Oh wait, handle document request. That's gonna happen earlier. Yeah, I would want it to be somewhere else. Okay, okay, back it up, back it up. We were in a good spot before. We'll just make it specific. This is fine. Okay. So then all that stuff. Come on. Let's just see if this works. Refresh this guy. Oh, my bad. Yeah, we need to, yeah, does this, yeah, okay, that does work. Cool, try that again. Refresh. Boom, it's working. All right. What content does Kent have about architecture? Yeah, we just looked for, oh, no, it's looking in the code base. Ah, stop. Yes, we do have that. I just didn't title any of my stuff. Like, all it's looking for is the title and the description, keywords, stuff like that. And I just never use architecture. Patterns. Let's try that. Find content. Boom, there's the post. Several content. Boom, here's our result. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, see, now it wants to go to the browser. Yeah, sure, let's see. It went straight to the patterns, and now what is it gonna do? Ha! It went to my workshop. Oh, that's crazy. Now let's navigate again. And now we're going to the article. Nice, that's fun. All right, that's enough. Thank you. Very cool. And it, yeah, I believe it worked. Hold on. If I go to our inspector and connect, list of tools, and then let's do code. I don't know. Run tool. That is not working. That looks like the post request. Yeah, request timed out. Aw, that's curious. Should probably just restart the server. Let's see. I'll just run it again. What's it gonna do? Nothing. See, let's disconnect and then connect again. List tools. Okay. There we go. Okay, good. So we're getting the domain, the URL, so that's good. So yeah, that worked. Async local storage, it worked. Woo! Ha! That actually, that feels pretty cool. I like that. I like that. Very happy with that. Yep, that is cool. That is very cool. Okay, so now I wanna make another tool. The tool I wanna make is one that allows the AI to dive into the blog post content. So we got find content. Let's see. Let's add another tool that will allow the AI to get the content for a particular article. That's what I could have told you a minute ago, but I didn't, and you figured it out. I actually think instead of get MDX page, I think I want to just get the MDX content itself. Like download MDX files cached. Because the page, that's going to include, it's got the front matter, and then it's got code for that page, which I think is unnecessary. Hey, instead of getting the compiled page, let's download the MDX files directly using download MDX files cached. Yeah. So I think we should probably export this. I would like it to be cached, but let's just go with this right now. I don't think that we need that. We're going to say return files.map. And what are you complaining about? Content is declared. Hold on a second. Oh, right. Return. There we go. Do. And is this as const necessary? Oh, it's not. Hooray! Okay, cool. So, let's see here. Let's refresh this guy. Boom! Get blog post. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. Did Kent ever write about his experience working at Remix? Can you summarize that for me? Yeah, so it's a little bit too specific. I think I could probably improve. There we go. For a review of my time at Remix, it's gonna figure that out right there. Yes, I found it. Let's get the details. Oh my gosh! Ah, that is so cool. So the tricky thing is that like finding the content is a little hard, because it's not indexed, so it's not like I can do like a very intelligent search. Oh my word. Okay, we're gonna export this. And we're gonna come over here and this takes content dir slug and cachified options log, then the slug. I am unclear as to why this is complaining. Resources declared here. Oh, huh, I wonder why. Why that suddenly wasn't happy with that anymore. Oh well. Okay, so now it can be cached, and that's nice. And the other thing that we're going to do here, the query to search for, and we're going to just say it's not very intelligent. It simply checks. It uses match sorter to find text matches in titles, descriptions, categories, tags, etc. I'm pretty sure that's what it uses. Search KCD. Why do I have the prefix thing? Oh, yeah. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I get all of the content in one, or in this stuff right here. And then I got match sorter options. Yeah, so it's got route titles. Okay, so here I'm going, I use other. Yeah, okay, right. So there's a priority on the title, and then there's other things that it's going to match against. So categories, keywords, event titles, and description. Yeah. We've got summary. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, and then, it does use match sorter. Find winners, match sorter results. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot I do that. So I'll check to see if there's a result for one word or for the whole phrase, and then I'll split it up into words, and I will reduce it remaining. Yeah, so I will go word by word and only return the ones that match all of the words. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's kind of interesting. Not super intelligent, and it's not indexed. So probably should be cached also. I don't know. Like, each one of these is cached individually. I don't think that it's very slow. So yeah, we'll just go with that. So anyway, by telling the AI, hey, listen, it's not like all that smart, then maybe its queries will be a little less like expecting it to be smart. Okay, let's do another one. Let's see. I had another idea. Has Kent ever shared his thoughts on? Oh, actually, you know what? Let's see. I don't think that I currently have transcript stuff for transistor. Yeah, there's no transcript stuff here, but we could make a request for transcripts for a particular episode. Let's do this. Get transcript for episode. Boom. I don't know, is that the API? Let's find out. Transistor. Oh, you know what? I don't think that I have transcripts for those. I think that maybe I have to... here, let me sign into this really quick. I'm not sure that it shows anything that I don't want you to see, but yeah, probably better to not just reveal everything. Settings, transcripts, no, transfer ownership, don't want to do that. Episodes, transcripts. Okay, here we go. Transcribe with AI. Oh, it's just gonna do it, I guess. Huh, okay, let's see if there's an API so that when I upload, oh man, that was fast. Okay, hold on. Let's see this.
Here is a quick tutorial on how to use Transistor's AI podcast transcription. I'm just going to create a new episode here and upload the MP3. And I'm going to scroll to the bottom and click Save as Draft. As soon as I've saved it as a draft, I can access this transcripts menu, and you'll see there is a Transcribe with AI button. I'm going to click that, and it's going to start transcribing my episode. This should only take a few minutes, might be a little bit longer if your episode is longer. All right, so it's done its initial transcription. My first step is to assign the speakers. I can listen and hear who the speaker is. This past year acquired. Okay, so that's me. I'm going to put my name in there, and I can scroll down and hear the next speaker here.
Well,
That would be David. And you'll see it automatically assigns every little bit of text associated with that speaker. Now, if I scroll up to the top, it actually misattributed this first line. This is our narrator.
Transistor.fm.
So I'm going to change that. Now, there's two ways to change the speaker. If I just erase David here and put a narrator, it's going to rename all of David's lines to the narrator. We don't want that, so let's go back. Instead of retyping the speaker name, what I'm going to do is click on this menu here, and I can change the speaker if I want, or I can identify a new speaker, which I'll do right here. So now I'll have the option of choosing from 3 identified speakers. If the AI has misattributed some text to a different speaker, you can just select that speaker in this menu here. All right, let's talk about editing. I can focus in on a word, and I can edit it with my keyboard here. In this case, I want to just type out the web address, and I'm going to delete these words just by selecting them. If you want to use your keyboard, you can use the Tab key to tab through the words, or Shift Tab to go backwards. As I go along, I can also save my changes by clicking this button, and I can also save by using this keyboard shortcut. Looking through this transcript, you'll see that it's mostly correct. It does a pretty good job on first pass, but there is some light editing you'll need to do. For example, in certain cases, you may want to delete a word that was said twice. The next thing I'll show you is how to split a paragraph and combine a paragraph. So here, I've said the word yeah, but David has said this sentence here. What I'm going to do is click here, and you'll see I can split the paragraph, the new paragraph in orange, and click that. At this point, I'm going to reassign the speaker to David, because it's David speaking. And now I want to combine these two paragraphs. To do that, I'm going to go all the way to the end of this paragraph, and I'm going to select Move Up. You'll see it highlights both. I'll click Move Up, and it combines those blocks of text into one fluid paragraph. While you're editing, you may also want it to auto-scroll while it's playing.
What is the acquired podcast about?
So you'll see it auto-scrolls as it plays, which makes it easy to play through the whole episode and fix any errors. You can preview what your transcript looks like in plain text by clicking the preview button. And you can also click this menu, and this allows you to view or download the transcript in JSON, text, SRT, VTT, or HTML formats. Transistor is one of the only providers that provides all of these formats, and you can view it as HTML. You can download the HTML. You can view the SRT. In my workflow, I'm actually transcribing the episode in Transistor and downloading the SRT file to add captions to YouTube. If you want to delete an entire paragraph or line, you can click this delete icon. And down here at the bottom, there are two buttons, reprocess transcript and delete transcript. Delete transcript is pretty straightforward. It'll just delete the whole transcript, and that transcript won't be attached to that episode anymore. Reprocess transcript will delete the current transcript and retranscribe your current audio file. Once you're done editing and you've saved the changes, you can also go and preview how the transcript will look on your website. If you view it here, you'll notice that we automatically add in hyperlinked timestamps. So if you wanted to share a specific part of the episode, you could click on that timestamp, and now when I share this episode on social media or wherever, it will automatically go to that timestamp. Once you're done doing all your editing and you're ready to publish your episode with the transcript, you can click Save and Publish Now. But at any time, if you wanted to fix or add something to the transcript, you can go back and do your editing and save the changes, and it will update all the transcript files plus your website version. That's a quick tutorial on how AI transcription works. If you need help with the feature, you can click the live chat widget, and someone on our team would be happy to answer your questions. Thanks.
Very cool. So I'm not going to bother with this very much. Yeah, this is way cool. I wonder if I can just say narrator, and then this is Mohammed, and this is Kent. Yeah, that's neat. Save changes. And I kind of wonder if maybe it'll recognize the narrator and me for future transcriptions. There are 57 transcription minutes available. Ah, I see. That's how that's going to work. All right. Well, I hope this didn't show anything that I don't want you to see. Let me just check. Yes, that is my time zone. Yeah, I think we're doing just fine on that. Yep, that's the last 4 of my visa. Okay, we're getting out of here. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we're gonna go all that far, but we do have another podcast that does have transcriptions, and I'm already using them. So let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. We're gonna get rid of all that. And yeah, that's good. Okay, so going to the Simplecast server. This transcription, we do have transcriptions. So let's do server tool. Actually, yeah, boom. Okay. And we're not going to get transcripts. Actually, we're going to get episode. I think it's Chats with Kent. No, that's not how that works at all. Yeah, no, we don't want that. No, no, no. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. It is Simplecast, and get episode by its ID. We don't currently give the AI the episode ID yet. Darren. 2x. It is so much better. Honestly, 3x. That's where it's at. Train your brain. You can do it. It is possible. Okay, so we need to have a mechanism. How do I do this? Get episodes. So I get all the episodes. I get all the seasons. Get cached episodes. No. Cache seasons. All right, where's my exports here? Get season list items. And then, okay, hold on. Call or chat, Kent slug, chats, yeah, chat slug. There it is. Okay, so here I have the season, the episode, and where's my loader? Yeah, here we go. Boom. All right, get seasons from Simplecast. Or chats with Kent seasons. There we go. Beautiful. All right, and actually we can get rid of that. Okay, and a request. Man, that's so cool. We don't need timings here. We're not going to be doing any timings. Our clients don't support timing headers anyway. And then now the episode actually will have episode transcript HTML. Boom. This could be undefined, right? No, not according to the way I typed it, but yeah, it definitely could be an empty string. So we'll say no transcript found for episode.title. Now we're going to go S. Yes, that's what I want. Boom. Okay, good. Get a transcript for episode of Chats with Kent. Podcast, boom. by its number and its season number and episode number. All right. Now, this is a little tricky because all that I give the AI is the link. So if we go to, here's the Chats with Kent. So it's going to get a link like this. And so it's going to have to just figure out that's the season number and that's the episode number. I could probably be more helpful, but I think it's smart enough to figure that out. So I've got to go here in a couple minutes. Let's see. Cursor settings. Let's refresh this guy. Oh, okay. So it's too long. Server and tool name. Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting. So my server name, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Get episode, get Chats with Kent podcast episode details. There we go. And let's see, title, description, transcript, etc. Okay, so then we'll say this is transcript. There we go. Okay, cool. Honestly, I was told that AI actually prefers XML. But we're not going to do that. Because then now I'm thinking, oh, well, I've got to escape the transcript and all that, yada, yada, yada. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Although the transcript is in HTML, so it would technically work, but yeah, we're just not gonna bother. Okay, good. Let's try it now. Try again. Okay, now, has Kent ever talked with anybody about developer health? Can you summarize that conversation, please? I think my search, find content, I need to include what type of content this is. Let's see, where's this? Find content. Result type. Result dot segment. All right. Run the tool. It's not very intelligent. Yeah, I think I busted it actually by saving it. I should probably figure out a better way to do that. Yeah, stop, reject. Just, yeah, stop. You're good. Thank you. Simpler queries and shorter queries are better. All right, let's see what it does with that. So now that I've saved it, I think I do need to redo this to reestablish a new connection. And now I think it'll work. So what are you gonna, developer health, boom, no content, okay. I kind of expected burnout, no, Okay, I'm expecting to find Michelle's stuff here. So, developer health, right there. Developer health. Why is that not coming back? Developer health. No matches. Oh, well, that's interesting. Let's see here. Query. Does this not... Or wait, no. Search. KCD. Here we go. Chats with Kent. So we take all the episodes, we get the routes. Okay, here, let's just see if we can find one with a very obvious query. Has Kent ever had a chat with Michelle? Chat with Michelle. I don't know that that's going to turn up anything. Also, I think I busted it again. Oh man, I got to come up with a better iteration experience than this. Try it again. Run tool. Run tool. Oh, I totally forgot. We're running localhost. Get blog post. Why did it choose that tool? When it's obviously a Chats with Kent episode. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. But now I know why it wasn't able to find developer health stuff. I am still kind of confused why that wasn't able to find it. Hold on, let's see. Here's the Chats with Kent. We got the title. The title, it should. Michelle. Oh, yeah, and it just like, so the other feature here is if there's only one result, it'll just redirect you to that result. So that's interesting. But that's, yeah, I'm just like really kind of a little bit, tiny bit surprised. It's very interesting. Okay, anyway, we can debug that later. I am pretty curious why it didn't call the tool for getting podcast details, because that seems more obvious. So here, Chats with Kent episodes. Maybe if I'm more clear about what that... ooh, I wonder, actually. It is sorted properly. We should probably... Hold on. Is it sorted? How are we sorting this? Okay, yeah, so our prefix BT, CWK, CK, and W. So I guess I could say category is Z one or union. Yeah, blog, Chats with Kent, Call Kent podcast workshops. Was there another one? I think that's all. Is it just... Oh, talks. If omitted, we'll search all categories. Okay, great. And then I can take the category and we'll say the query, if there's a category, will be that. Okay, category map. Type of category, key of type of category. Nope, I'm missing the, no, it is type of category, yeah. Right, okay. And why are we complaining? Oh, Okay, what if I say omit undefined? Omit. Yeah, non-nullable. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So then we need this, yeah, to be that. Here's our category map. All right. Let me make sure that that is working the way I think it is. Prefix. Query doesn't start with the prefix. Yeah, okay, cool. And so then over here, we just, no space. Sweet, so now we can say, has he had any podcasts? And, ooh, I wonder, yeah, well, we'll leave it like this for now. There was something else I was gonna do. Oh, right, it is category. Here, actually, let's do this instead. Change this to actually be a single object of type text, where the text is an XML representation of the result title, route, and segment. I'm sure it's fine. Result, yeah, to do. Yeah, that's probably good. And we'll say category instead. Okay, cool. And now it's complaining because I don't know why. I'm actually kind of confused why it's complaining. Because that, yeah, okay, it's as const nonsense, as const. Here, and actually, let's just do this. So if search results length, then we'll do that. There we go. Now it's happy, and I don't think I even need as const anymore. Hooray! This is kind of dumb. kind of think we should just, no, we're just, it's fine. No, we're going to do this. The AI is smart enough. We're going to pluck off the title, the route and segment, and then title, route, segment. There we go. That's what we're going to do. Just going to see if that works. Okay, great. Domain URL. Nope. We definitely want this, and we're going to call category. And that's why we're doing it this way. And we're going to say URL. There we go. That will work. That will work very well, hopefully. All right, so we're going to just, Canis. Yeah, we're going to go with Canis. All right. And let's come back here. Nope, that's not where I wanted. Reload this guy. Has Kent ever had a chat with somebody named Canis? Can you summarize their conversation for me? All right, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? Category, chats with Kent. Oh, here we go. Result, yeah. Found 2 episodes. All right. Navigate. No, don't navigate to it. You have an ability to get the details. Chats with Kent podcast episode details. Why would you want to navigate? This I do not understand. I bet I know what it is. I'll bet you that it doesn't know it doesn't know how to pluck out the proper information for the season and whatnot. So that's too bad. If we go search KCD, route, other, here we go. Here, let's do this. Meta data. This is do and actually, I think it does have a slug. Well, let's just see. And this is going to complain because Segment has conflicting types in the state. Okay, let's try this. We're gonna blow up the type and then we'll try to simplify it further. So back it up, back. Okay. Type item. Route string. Title string. Here's the things that are similar. And then we'll have and segment, blog posts, metadata, slug. Or segment talk, metadata slug, workshops, yada, yada, yada. Yep. There, okay. So far, sort of good. But we want season number to be never on these. And then these can have slugs. Okay. I think I need to get going, actually. Oh, rats. Yep, I need to go. Oh, duh. I'm gonna die. All right, I'm not gonna actually die. But I've got to go. And that makes me sad because I'm like, feel like I'm really close. And this is super cool. So anyway, it was fun. I'll see you. Have a good weekend. Yeah, we'll see you next week.